And we all been lied to about the truth behind the times of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And I'm about to tell you exactly what the fuck be going on at that time. Let's get into it. Basically, during this time, the veil between our realm and the other higher realms of existence is thin at this point, right? Everybody's been told that. But did you know that at this point in your time, if you get woken up, it's called the ambrosial hour. And it's actually a huge energetic boost for all of us that naturally we wake up during the night.
Yeah, we are there.
Sometimes when our soul, aka our higher self, wants us to use this energy to be in the creator mode of this reality. So if you ever play Minecraft, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's actually a great time for you to be in the purgatory. You're not dead, you're not alive, but you're on the other side. Because
Mike was
just a mic.
why you pause it? No, because we thought we thought the mic was on the whole last hour, and for all the videos was juicy too on the last one. It's just we streamed a whole hour video with all the videos that we wanted to show y'all, but like, yeah, mic was off. You'll see it if you see it.
Because did you not know, friend, that everything that we're doing is a dream right now? Yes! Even when we go to sleep, we think we're sleeping. We're not sleeping. We're actually just back in our original state of nothingness. And we're without a body, so we're without having a human experience. And we are just experiencing life without this vessel. And that's what happens when we're asleep. But when we wake up during those times, we are still in that state because your brain is the map and the gateway to consciousness.
I'm a retired FBI agent, and this is a conspiracy theory that keeps me up. In 2018, a treasure hunter tipped off the FBI to a large cache of buried, stolen Civil War gold in a rural part of Elk County, Pennsylvania. Now, the story goes, this treasure hunter had been looking into this since around 2011, probably further back than that. But his research showed that during the Civil War, a secret society known as the Knights of the Golden Circle, a group that operated in the North to sabotage the Northern efforts, one of them being to steal this gold that was on its way to the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia and then hide it. Why they never went back for it, I don't know. This treasure hunter had been operating or doing his research and looking for this stuff, and he located a site that was on public land in Pennsylvania. And he was operating under the permission of the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. It's somewhere along the way, this treasure hunter and the DCNR had a falling out, and he follows this up and goes to the FBI. He told them, or however he convinced them, they took it seriously enough to hire an outside agency to go in and do some very high-tech survey of the property to see if there's any validity to this. And sure enough, this high-tech equipment revealed that there was a large mass of some kind at this site underground. And the FBI, also using pretty high-tech equipment, determined that it was the presence of gold. They ended up getting a seizure warrant.
Why is no one freaking out about the fact that time is moving significantly faster? Come on, you have to have noticed it too. I feel like after 2020, the concept of time has really been skewed. Fridays are getting here at the blink of an eye. Weekends literally feel like 18 hours. I feel like I was just 22. And then I blinked and now I'm 26. And I'm like, holy fucking sh! I understand they say that time moves fast. There's something a little abnormal here. I don't know if you guys have seen this creator's video, but she talked about the universal time being off. And she knows all the scientific terms and she breaks them down in her video. And when I saw that video, I swear to God, it all just made sense. Because I've always thought this, but I couldn't prove it. Basically, in her video, she explains that the center of the earth is now moving slower, which is causing the outer of the
Because now these are just random videos. These aren't the videos we watched last time.
Beyonce has a motherfucking clone. And I got proof.
Talk about
It's on
this.
camera. Now, before y'all even see this next clip, I just kind of want to explain to y'all what's going on. So if you've seen the Grammys, Fantasia did a Tina Turner tribute in there. She did a performance for Tina Turner tribute. And during this performance, a little segment of the performance, she ends up saying how she needs a lady from the audience who doesn't mind moving their hips, right? So she goes and you'll see her dance with one lady, and then she goes and she's going up to Beyonce. And she's trying to dance with Beyonce. Now they pan the camera off of Beyonce while she's supposed to be dancing with Fantasia. And then all of a sudden they bring the camera back. Now watch very closely Beyonce after they bring the camera back. Just watch her mannerisms.
I need to find a pretty lady that doesn't mind moving her hips. What about you? Yes, I need a pretty lady. You. One more. You. Now I need every lady in this building.
Now you can pay me $1 million to believe that that's a real person and the real Beyonce at that. First of all, a lot of pictures are going viral saying how Beyonce doesn't look the same. She doesn't look herself. It's looking like she's aging. You know, some people were blaming it on the aging. Some people were saying that she was bleaching her skin because Beyonce at the Grammys was very much so lighter than we remember Beyonce originally being. So if you just watch the Super Bowl, you would also see the difference in the two Beyoncés that we have been seeing. And I don't think that a commercial that she did where in a scene in the commercial, there was like a robotic her with her face, and then there was her right next to her and looking like a double of her, a clone, a stunt double, all these different things. Yeah, I don't think that was a coincidence at all. You can't tell me in that video that, for one, that Beyonce was clapping on beat. That is Beyonce. Why did she have a hat on that was so low you could barely see her face to begin with, and she was seeming to move in a robotic type of vibe? How she was looking down and clapping all off fucking beat, and everybody else that's
my God. Now what we not finna do is play with God's word. Now if God said he laid the earth on its foundations and put a firmament over us, then that's exactly what he did. See, in the Bible, God told Isaiah the difference between a ball and a circle. God knew exactly what wordplay he was using in the Bible. The Bible, God also speaks about the four corners of the earth. A ball does not have corners, but a flat surface do. Now, when I say four corners of the earth, this is what I mean. The same way that man made a compass, a circle compass, and put north, east, south, and west. Exactly God also says in the Bible that he set a compass upon the face of the earth.
I was like,
remember when I said that God made the earth as a compass? Okay, so let's talk about it. Now, the compass only recognizes north. North always points towards the center. Hint, the North Pole. Any other direction is only based off the direction of north. How could a compass point south on a globe if they are saying that south is down?
You sound like girl.
These are some of the scariest conspiracy theories in the world, but we're going to keep going until we find the craziest one. There's actually a huge conspiracy that the Denver International Airport is the Illuminati's headquarters, which is crazy. So basically, since a lot of people already have this conspiracy, the airport themselves have embraced the rumors by poking fun at it. Like, they have billboards and posters around the airport that's like, hey, we're aliens. And people think that since they poke around and joke at it, that it's probably true, that why are they making fun of it? They're trying to hide it. There's also a huge conspiracy that the Apollo 17 was not the last moon mission. Okay. So after Apollo 17 in 1972, America actually stopped sending astronauts to the moon. NASA claimed that they logged all the research they needed and the government funding was reduced, so it ended. A movie actually ended up coming out about a fictional Apollo 18 mission, and now some people believe that the mission was real and it ended tragically when the astronauts had to run in with aliens. I think that arguably one of the biggest conspiracies is that people believe that airplane exhaust trails are actually filled with chemtrails. So within this conspiracy, people think that the exhaust trails on airplanes are actually chemtrails, and it's the government that's trying to spray us, and they're keeping it a secret. And there's also a lot of conspiracies that feed into this, like whether or not it's cloud seeding for storms, or if it's like mind seeding to control our minds. We're going to keep going with this until we find the craziest one, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
So y'all know how people on the internet be talking about, oh, people switch timelines and all that stuff, right? So above my refrigerator the other day, well, I noticed it the other day, but then yesterday I pointed out to my husband because I was telling him, hey, there's a paint mark above our refrigerator. I was like, but I don't remember that there. And he was like, I don't remember that there either. And I was like, you the one that painted this in the kitchen, you know, you must have been the one that accidentally marked it. And he was like, maybe I did, I don't know. So I was like, well, you know what they say? We've been jumping timelines. I said, in another timeline, that mark was there, wasn't there. And then we jumped to another one, and now that mark is there. So I was just looking through my photos to make sure that I'm not crazy and find an old video where I was in my kitchen.
Yeah, I want to go back and see it.
So y'all know how
Wait, what is she talking about?
Right, listen.
Because I wasn't listening.
on the internet be talking about, oh, people switch timelines and all that stuff, right? So above my refrigerator the other day, well, I noticed it the other day, but then yesterday I pointed out to my husband because I was telling him, hey, there's a paint mark above our refrigerator. I was like, but I don't remember that there. And he was like, I don't remember that there either. And I was like, you the one that painted this in the kitchen, you know, you must have been the one that accidentally marked it. And he was like, maybe I did, I don't know. So I was like, well, you know what they say? We've been jumping timelines. I said, in another timeline, that mark was there, wasn't there. And then we jumped to another one, and now that mark is there. So I was just looking through my photos to make sure that I'm not crazy and find an old video where I was in my kitchen where the mark wasn't there. Tell me why. The paint mark is gone. It was literally right above where that Yoo-hoo milk is, like right up there. And the reason why I was looking through my videos is so I could make sure that I wasn't tripping. And then also wanted to I looked at an older video in which I saw from before I noticed it. I did have a video where it was not there. I just had a TikTok a few weeks ago where I was making a taco for my son. On that video, this mark wasn't there. Just 2-3 days ago, that mark was there. It was there yesterday because that's when I pointed it out to my husband. And then today, just now, and I know my husband ain't painted or nothing. So I know he ain't did nothing because we don't have no white paint. So the mark just disappeared.
Theories that were proven real. China dinosaur theory. According to this theory, China found an island that is full of dinosaurs. A woman that was for vacation in China personally saw it on the news itself. They said that it was an expedition of 15 people to an uncharted island, and there were found multiple new dinosaur species.
Face down, ass up, back gotta be arched. Dark doing 2 past 8.
She couldn't read that.
Hey, for real.
I'm willing to bet that the majority of people watching this video don't know that there's a planet in our solar system because they don't teach about it. They don't talk about it. No, I'm not talking about Pluto. What I'm talking about is the dwarf planet called Ceres located between Mars and Jupiter. Before I move on talking about Ceres, I just want you to look at it for a minute. Tell me what you notice. You notice the lights on the surface? Congratulations, you get a gold star. Talk about that in a minute, but just for a visual, Ceres is located right here along the asteroid belt, like I said, between Mars and Jupiter. Ceres is a dwarf planet with a diameter of around 296 miles, which is like 1/13 of Earth's diameter. In simpler terms, if Earth was a quarter, then Ceres would be a poppy seed. Like I said, this planet is not talked about. I did not learn about this planet in school. The question is it because it's small? Is it because of the unexplained lights on the surface? Or is it something deeper? According to NASA, they theorize that these lights are sodium carbonate, and that it reflects and glimmers off the sun. Again, in simpler terms, sodium carbonate is washing soda. Sodium bicarbonate is baking soda. If you're someone who makes your own cleaning supplies and laundry detergent, you'll know what sodium carbonate is. Just from personal experience, I do make my own laundry detergent. I do work with washing soda a lot. I've never seen it glow. But again, like I said, NASA says that's what it is. Just so you know, the dark side of Ceres also glows with sodium carbonate in the sun's reflection on the dark side. Now, earlier when I said that it could be something deeper, I'm talking about these guys right here. TikTok, this is solely just a theory and my thoughts alone. This is for entertainment purposes. None of what I'm about to say is factual, but it might get you thinking. Sumerians documented literally everything, including Ceres. But Ceres is not visible with the naked eye. There are tales and stories and theories of ancient astronauts. Again, not factual information. This is for entertainment purposes. TikTok, please don't take this down. You know the legends of the Anunnaki, then that explains it all. I'm not going to delve and deep dive into them on this video because it's already 2 minutes long. If you guys want to hear about them, let me know and I'll do a part 2. So really quick, there is a massive pyramid-shaped volcano called Mons. I forgot to mention that. Pyramids, Anunnaki.
My thing is, how was the American flag up there?
Do you hear what Walmart's doing?
Dude, don't get me started.
He knows because
You're about to convert me into a non-Walmart person, and I've been Walmart ride or die for my whole life.
Listen to this. So Walmart really put in the muscle to make all these self-checkouts, and so firing a ton of staff and stuff.
Saving so much money.
They lost record amounts of money. Last quarter was like 300 million or something. But now they're coming out with, it's called Walmart Plus. So basically you pay $98 a year in order to be able to use the self-checkout.
They think they're Amazon.
What?
What do they do?
That's not gonna work. Going on?
We're paying you to work for you?
Yeah.
That
makes no sense.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So like here's an idea, because they can't just like get rid of it.
The investment they've put in it.
The investment, but also like getting more staffing and like.
And that's where the future's going. Like they're not going backwards. Like they just got to.
Now this is scary. Have you heard of the inner Earth?
I'm so mad the other video, it only got us talking, but it didn't get none of the videos. Like, it didn't get none of the videos. Like, nobody on the video sounded like they were talking.
There's light down there, along with trees, forests, lakes, and rivers. And yes, it's real. In fact, there are a few places like this on Earth. There's another one in South America. These places really exist. The one I was trying to reach required a 4-hour hike just to get there. After that, you face very rugged terrain, and then you have to rappel about 200 meters into this opening in the earth. Once you're down there, you find an actual beach underground. There's a beach, and the area has its own ecosystem, with forests, jungles, light reaching down there, animals living there, and everything else. So, there are these giant openings in the earth. It's not about a hollow earth, but you have to understand that the Earth's massive size allows for huge spaces that could potentially hold millions of people. We only live on the surface, just the outer skin.
So y'all know how Walmart's been mysteriously closing. This is an abandoned Walmart. Now what does this look like?
Bro, there's an abandoned Walmart and what was hosted.
This
like,
is
stop
an abandoned Walmart.
Yeah.
Closed down Walmart.
Like, girl.
What does it look like?
It's closed down. Why is it closed down?
Why is it on the map? It's like that's weird.
Watch his eyes. Alright, do that shit. A lot of effort on that shit. Watch his eyes. He's the one tripping, bro. I'm telling you, he's the one tripping, bro.
It's because the island.
I always thought that Michael Jackson's father wasn't human.
Oh, dude, look at that. Oh, it's so, they said that dude was mean as hell. They were like, they always said that dad was.
Now this is scary. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but there's a theory going around. It's more like a religious theory. I saw a TikTok video where a preacher was talking, and he spoke about something very interesting idea. What if God is actually water? Think about it for us.
What if water is God?
Then that would mean God is both in us and all around us. That God is both above and below us. Why a woman's water breaks when we're born.
But there's more. We often say that God is everything. Well, if that's true, then everything around us would be what? Water. There's water in the air even though we can't see it. There's water inside you, inside me, and in every living thing. Now consider places where water is scarce, like deserts or wastelands. What do you usually find there? Death, because of the lack of water, and it's scorching, like hell. Here's something else. In the Bible, when Jesus was tempted by the devil, where was he? In the desert. He was searching for water.
The darkest conspiracy theories.
Always talking shit about
The
Cal.
Teletubbies theory.
You better not.
The theory says that the show is inspired by historic events
The Teletubby cartoon.
that happened in a Bulgarian mental facility. Each Teletubby is inspired by a kid that was experimented on. Lola was based on a child who had facial disfigurement and had to smile all the time. Tinky Winky was based on a deaf child who was tied to a fence outside and suffered frostbite. Gypsy was inspired by a child who was constantly sick and ended up lying in his own puke. And Belle was based on a child who fell into fire, which is recognizable why his color is red.
Did you know every single time Beyoncé begins one of her world tours, a massive music icon dies? This theory begins with the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Beyoncé embarked on her I Am Sasha first world tour starting in March 2009. When Beyoncé announced her The Miss Carter Show World Tour in 2012, Queen of Disco, Donna Summers died. Then right before embarking on that same world tour, Queen of Vocals Whitney Houston died. It gets crazier because in June 2014, when Beyoncé and Jay-Z began their On the Run world tour, legend of soul music, Bobby Womack, died in June 2014. Literally, right as Beyoncé...
Darkest conspiracy theories. The Earth virus theory. This theory states that the Earth is a living organism, and we, you and I, the humans, are the virus. The Earth grows plenty of free food, and every animal seems to balance and coexist on Earth in sort of a circle of life. For instance, bees pollinate crops, moving from one plant to the next, fertilizing each plant. It's beneficial. Even though they're taking pollen, they're still being beneficial. But humans, we seem to not benefit the Earth at all. We're more destructive. We clear rainforests, kill the ocean with our plastics, puncture giant holes in the ozone with our chemicals and fuels, and we cause man-made climate disasters. We don't seem to coexist. But before I continue, question time. If aliens were about to destroy the planet, and one came up to you, they chose you, and said, if you show us 2 things on Earth of why we shouldn't destroy this planet and kill you all, what 2 things would you show them to save the Earth? Let me know down below. But anyways, think about the human body. When we're sick, our body creates antibodies to kill off the viruses. That's exactly what the Earth does to us, creating earthquakes, droughts, tsunamis, and other natural disasters. Let's face it, we're destructive in nature. And while a tiny bit of us do try to help the planet, the majority of us selfishly harm it. Maybe we are the virus.
But something I find extremely interesting is that one day before his untimely death, Aaron tweeted at Ye West, "Yo, Kanye, let's talk. Man to man." On November 3rd, Ye, who was embroiled in yet another controversy, tweeted out screenshots of texts he had received from one Harley Pasternak, specifically threatening to drug Kanye, have him institutionalized, sent back to what he refers to as zombie land forever, even bringing Ye's kids into the matter. A fitness and nutrition specialist with a clientele list brimming with A-list celebrity talent, from Will Ferrell to John Mayer and Rihanna, Robert Pattinson, Kim Kardashian, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, and on and on. For a personal trainer, The guy is majorly connected in Hollywood, even landing a cameo role in one of the Ninja Turtles movies. But Pasternak has another specialty, one that's conveniently omitted from his website.
The military to help run essentially the superhuman labs, this laboratory called the Defense how drugs and food affect muscular performance. When you say drugs, so that like performance, there are all kinds of drugs. Right. So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things.
Harley was a former scientist at the Defense Research and Development Military Station in Canada, or DRDC, which is part of Canada's Department of National Defence Program. This shadowy branch of the Canadian military once...
I don't even know if I wrote it right. I think you get the arrow, because you know I'm not even good at that.
Oh, dude, oh God, nigga funny as hell.
He dead.
That nigga funny as hell.
What the fuck is you trying to rush me off the phone? But why you trying to rush me off the phone? You don't never do that. You like to different. Hello?
Hello?
He got another nigga over there. Bro, she'll never play with me. Like, I'm not the nigga she'll play with like that. How come she won't? Cause she won't. I bet you call her again, she don't answer. Bro, I bet you she ain't. I bet she don't. Oh, she can't suck dick and answer phone at the same time, guy. Bro, watch your fucking mouth. You know they probably over there fucking right. Man, what the fuck is you in on it too? No, nigga, we just sitting there not doing nothing. Keep bringing that shit up. Suit the fuck up, man. Bro, I'm not about to do that shit. You got me doing this crazy ass shit. Man, don't you want to know what the fuck going on in there? Can't you see I'm putting the shit on? That was the dumbest question you ever said. Yeah, and the dumbest shit you ever said was that she wouldn't do no shit like this to you. All right, come on, you got a point. You know who cat that is? Man, hell no, we about to go up in there, bro. No, bro, you finna blow out fucking cover, man. Come on, bro. What man, you finna blow out cover, man. Stick to the fucking plan. Man, get the fuck down. Roll, man, roll. What you mean? I don't give a fuck. Get up off my back, man. All right. Now this one.
What the hell? What the fuck is y'all out here doing? I can see you.
Lord.
What?
How you gonna leave me? Say my name? I'll say my name, Jack. Hell no.
Wait, but you haven't said your name yet.
You like, shit, my name Jack. Yeah. It's the boss. Oh, my name. What up, though?
Wait, you said
huh? Yeah, my name Jack. What's up? Bro, take me to Keisha crib right now, bro. Man, put this on, bro. Bro, what the fuck, bro? I was rolling up and put it in.
This gets too like. That's what I'm saying. That's probably only on Facebook. All right.
All those are right. This one?
Yeah.
Me, it's good, ain't it?
You did.
It's good.
You think it's good? You want me to be honest? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, be honest.
How y'all like, man? You been stressed?
I've been all right.
You have? It seems like you been going through some shit. You done took it out on this motherfucker macaroni. I'm just being honest with you, like. Bro, take me to Keisha crib right now, bro. Put this on, bro.
Thanksgiving skits for me. I'm like, bro.
That shit
because there really be a certain family member that we having you like, hey man, why would you?
But something I find extremely interesting is that one day before his untimely death, Aaron tweeted at Ye West, "Yo, Kanye, let's talk, man to man." On November 3rd, Ye, who was embroiled in yet another controversy, tweeted out screenshots of texts he had received from one Harley pastor, specifically threatening to drug Kanye, have him institutionalized, sent back to what he refers to as Zombieland forever, even bringing Ye's kids into the matter. A fitness and nutrition specialist with a clientele list brimming brimming with A-list celebrity talent. From Will Ferrell to John Mayer and Rihanna, Robert Pattinson, Kim Kardashian, Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, and on and on. For a personal trainer, the guy is majorly connected in Hollywood, even landing a cameo role in one of the Ninja Turtles movies. But Pasternak has another specialty, one that's conveniently omitted from his website.
At the military to help run essentially the superhuman lab, this laboratory called the Defense and Civil Institute of Environmental Medicine. Interested in was how drugs and food affect.
Y'all need to stay off them data. Did y'all see that? I watched this woman talk about one of her friends' friends that was on a dating app, met a dude on a date.
So, are we just going to ignore that the CIA has done experiments on our minds? Like, really, how powerful are we? There was testings of our minds on thousands of Americans. Astral projection, telekinesis, telepathy. Our minds can create split personalities. There was a report of a German woman who had never left Germany, who had split personalities, and she started speaking fluent French out of nowhere. Could this woman have possibly connected to her past lives, where she was a French woman? In astral projection, you can travel through time. Do we fully understand what we're dreaming? Is it us traveling to different dimensions, different worlds while we're asleep? Do we really understand what we're capable of? Certain people can harness advanced brain power. Unexplained videos of people lifting rocks out of the ground.
No, for real.
Movies of people having superpowers. Even in TV shows. People who have claimed to get money, whatever they want, through a mind trick called manifestation. Can this prove that we are multidimensional beings? Loud pitch ringing in our ears that are unexplainable. Is schizophrenia people's minds being disturbed by negative entities? Why does our brain cells look like the universe? We have to stop thinking that everything is physical. Some people feel that we actually don't have a soul. But according to CIA documents, there are so many things that our soul can do. So what do we really know about brain power? Just my thoughts though, so y'all stay dangerous.
If you know, you know. Wait, celebrity skin suits.
Fred Savage? I'm also Tony Danza, Cameron Manheim, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Kevin Nealon, John Forsythe, and Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
Call it bizarre, kind of disturbing, and a little freakish. Emma peels away a latex mask and bust to reveal Big Sophia. Just can't help but wonder what's going on.
All right, now that had to be CGI. Where's the hair?
Wait a minute. There is definitely something different about the two of you.
Collagen, 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 collagen.
See that? This one, you can see this one clear as day. Clear as day.
Yes, you can. Damn, they cannot do that shit. That shit crazy.
Oh my
that shit's
God.
scary as fuck,
Bro.
That shit is scary as fuck, bro.
Because
that shit
that made me wonder.
scary, bro. That wasn't even him there. And you can just tell too. I can just see the shit now. Now that I see that shit on the eye, I can just see everything. Like, it's crazy. Like, that shit is so perfect. Was the other people he showed like that too? They had that same shit. Oh, this nigga. I mean, this nigga used like a cream or some shit. He claimed he said that's how he saw it.
See that? This one, you can see this one clear as day. Okay?
Wait, isn't that the same Tyler Perry who literally wears skin suits and acts as other characters?
If you listen to the voice on Tyler Perry speak when he speaks, you will clearly hear Will Smith.
She was so happy to have that. It's very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. We do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows.
It's 2019, y'all.
Nothing's real. That's a costume. That's a costume. That's a costume.
I don't know how we expect to go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Michael Jackson. How the hell we gonna actually go to the movies? So at this point now, I'm tripped out because I'm like,
That's Michael.
Saw Mike was changed and turned into a whole other person. Like, he was a king of disguise. Like, this nigga could have been standing next to you the whole time. You would not even know it was Mike.
That disguise to him was the burn victim.
And Dave, yes, that's his name. To his Encino house. I think I was in at Encino house. Hello, all. This is Dave. How are you? I want to thank each and every one of you for your overwhelming support. May God bless you. I love you. Good night. Thank you very much for all of your support, and may God bless you all. I love you. Goodbye. That's a costume.
Well, that's a lot to unpack. I'm not saying I believe all this. It's just a theory, right?
I ain't big on theories or nothing like that, but this one don't make sense. He told us about how he came up and fame and all that, but he ain't really tell us how he came up, like grew up and shit like that. For example, you go on Google and try to find out who this man's parents are. You cannot find a trace. I'm about to pull it up right now. Now this is Wikipedia. That's all. That's all you're gonna find on Wikipedia. Go search for yourself. This is some random site. Little is known regarding Orlando Brown's parents and family. Another site. Where is his parents from? There's no information regarding where Orlando Brown's parents is from, and it keeps going. Cherry on top. Father, mother, TBA. They do not know. Like, bro, can somebody let me know who this man's parents is? Like, or is this man like government made or something? Like, and he just broke out Matrix or some shit.
So this is what I'm talking about. Who remembers this? All right. Kim Kardashian saying that Northwest Classic, she painted this picture, she did this. Oh my God. But this is the one that I thought they used to be bigger. He said that they had a lot of art students kept captive, I guess, or hostage, whatever, somewhere, and that he drew that painting. It was not North. This is also when I was talking about that he had some, stuff done. Did not look okay. Okay? So let's go now. Well, now, since Diddy and all that come out, Kris Jenner is on the run. Nobody knows where she is. She has disappeared completely. Now it really has me wondering because, she was their main accountant who did their finances, got a certain percentage of doing their stuff, their management, everything. So what else is there?
These are the scariest conspiracy theories in the world, but we're going to keep going until we find the craziest one. A lot of people haven't heard about this one, but there's actually a conspiracy that a solar flare is what caused the Titanic to sink, which is crazy. So this is actually thanks to a new study, but it discovered that the Northern Hemisphere was actually experiencing a moderate to severe magnetic storm on the night of the ship's collision. So the conspiracy is that this storm could have affected the ship's radar and the radio rescue signals, so that's why it had crashed. There's a huge conspiracy called the NASA Blue Beam Project. This one's wild. Basically, this conspiracy says that NASA is planning on projecting giant 3D holograms of religious figures into the atmosphere to initiate a spiritual apocalypse. This one's wild. Hey, everybody knows what Area 51 is, but it wouldn't be a conspiracy video if we didn't talk about it. Obviously, you know the conspiracy, Area 51 is for aliens, right? So they say that Area 51 in Nevada is actually a military installation at the Nellis Military Operations Area. This is what people don't believe. Obviously, as you do know, the conspiracy is that Area 51 is researching and experimenting on aliens and their spacecraft. I don't know what to believe, I'm staying silent. The government has officially come out and said that the facility is used to test experimental aircraft for the military. That's something the government would say. We're going to keep going until we find the craziest one, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
I keep trying to tell y'all that there's more to the story than they tell us. In TikTok, this video is fake.
Do not mess with them. The Gullah Geechee. They'll actually put a stone or
blocking her mouth to keep her from talking. There was actually books written where they were so frightened of them, the women especially, because they practiced this communal protectionism that if a sound that came out of her mouth, it meant your death. And so when we say, "Who is not a game," it is just a knowing of how the universe works better than some people to a certain extent.
And do you want to know what's kind of funny to me? Y'all know that tongue clicking? That was an actual language, a very, very high vibrational one. It is a language in South Africa that is going extinct. Why? Because they were killed by colonizers for speaking that language. And she also states that they would get beaten up by white men if they were caught speaking their own language. I really want y'all to recognize how powerful speaking is. Like I say, if you ever just hug somebody and they talk, you can hear their voice in their chest. If you touch the back of somebody who's talking, you can feel the vibration going through their body. Your body is listening to you. Do you know how powerful we had to be for them to be able to want to be on the verge of killing us, putting rocks inside of our mouths so we couldn't speak? Y'all got to recognize that creating vibration within your mouth is very powerful. The English language that we speak doesn't even create any type of vibration to enhance the rate of our communication. This is the lowest form of speaking. Just a little hint though. Y'all stay dangerous. More information on my YouTube.
Keep on in, on in,
They show their true colors at award ceremonies.
Thank you. Thank you, but I am sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award on behalf of Melissa McCarthy. I instead have chosen to give my time to a friend who has something very important to say.
Pay attention to how they react.
It's Johnny Two Feathers. While you enjoy tonight's show, I want you to think about something. The spot where you're sitting, every square foot of ground in this country was stolen from my ancestors. And after you stole it, you murdered them. So you'll forgive us if we do not laugh along. There is nothing funny about the extermination of a people.
He's obviously being serious.
The theater stinks of blood. That's all I have to say. Both.
Johnny Two
Think
Feathers,
about it.
everybody. Johnny Two Feathers. Give him a wave, Johnny. Johnny, you know how to wave? All right. Well, Johnny Two Feathers.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
No, I'll go first. NASA is fake. The Earth is flat. The U.S. government was involved in 9/11. A cured patient means less money. More deaths equal more money. So they lying to y'all about not knowing how to cure things. Jesus is black. I don't know who this man is. The moon is not a solid object. It's luminary. Other planets don't exist. I'm pretty sure when God said he created the heavens and the earth, he would have named Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter also. COVID was purposely made to find a way to bring in chaos so they can bring in martial law soon. Most medicine and treatments is what's making us more sick. And that COVID vaccine that everybody trying to get is the beginning of somewhat a zombie apocalypse.
Right, that's why I'm not getting that shit.
Oh yeah, and this moon landing never happened.
I have a theory about Ice Spice. Do you remember when we all found out what was going on with the Pussycat Dolls? Basically, their performances and their fame was an advertisement for adult services that they did. By the way, I think they were actually being trafficked, so no hate. And even if they were doing it consensually, still, get your bag. Let's go. So back to Ice Spice. I think she's doing the same thing. I think she's advertising for her adult services. And that's why she's always talking about poop and farts, because she's showing the specific flavor fetish that she does and excels at. Because I've known a lot of adult workers, and to me, it definitely sounds like she is advertising her specific talents. If this is true, hopefully it's consensual. But I don't know, it's all speculation. What do you think?
This island in Russia should not exist, and it is the most dangerous island in the world. In 1983, a team of Russian scientists were experimenting with nuclear radiation on an island called Chernaris. When a system failure occurred, the reactors began heating up to extreme levels and ended up exploding. This all happened within 15 minutes. Not a single person managed to escape all throughout the island. The effect of this explosion is nothing like ever seen before. When the first team of help arrived on a helicopter, they saw something terrifying. 95% of the island's residents, which is nearly 40,000 people, were all infected with some kind of virus that came from the radiation. They were all wandering mindlessly and carelessly, as if their brain had been taken over. Here's the scariest part. They began attacking those that have not been infected and started eating them. The helicopter crew described it as a zombie apocalypse straight out of a movie. Till this day, the island still stands with these infected humans. The Russian government sends the most dangerous of inmates on this island to survive as a punishment. None have ever lasted longer than 48 hours.
While we talk about some crazy ass conspiracy theories. First of all, let's talk about the simulation theory and the theory that we're being played like The Sims by a higher power. Elon Musk said that it would be like 1 in a million that we weren't living in a simulation, so he fully believes this theory. And like, I guess that makes it a little bit more believable because he is a very intelligent man, and a lot of other very intelligent people believe in this as well, like Stephen Hawking. He believed in this. I just don't know if I do. And I guess, I don't know, like the whole idea that we're being played by some higher power and that someone's controlling us and controlling our every move and giving us diseases and creating all of these things. I don't know if I believe in that or not. It's mind-boggling to think about. That's really all I have to say on this subject. My eyebrows don't look that good. I don't really care. But let's talk about the flat earth theory. This theory is so fucking stupid. And I'm sorry I'm being so derogatory about this. I know that some people do believe in it. But I don't, and I don't see why anybody would. It's kind of fucking stupid. Like the whole idea that we're the only flat planet in the universe. There's so much evidence to prove that we are not living on a flat planet. Like, bro, are you fucking serious? Like, you're really out here thinking that we're the only flat planet in the world? Not the world, the fucking universe. You get what I mean. Like, you're really over here thinking that Antarctica is the fucking border of the world and that if we go over it, we fall off. Okay? I'm just gonna let you sit there and look stupid because I that's your thing to believe in.
Planets are wrong too, okay?
The last one that I have is that Avril Lavigne actually died and she's been replaced by like somebody else to take over her career because she passed away because her grandpa died and she couldn't take it. I'm not even gonna I can't even accept this as a theory because one, I love Avril Lavigne so much and I've seen so many pictures of people being like, oh well her nose looks different and her eyes look different. To me, she just looks like she aged. You're comparing pictures of her when she was a teenager to pictures of her when she's a full-grown adult. Of course she's gonna look fucking different. Like you have like the trend where it's like, oh, you're losing your teenage features. Of course she's losing her fucking teenage features. She's not gonna look the exact same.
Y'all remember when Post Malone said when your credit cards fail and the internet fails, that's when it's time, that's when they're gonna come for you? That's really interesting. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, not with this, because it's too important, it's too serious. But I do want to ask, Do y'all think that there's any type of truth to any of these conspiracy theories? When people tell you things in advance and then you see them happen a year or two later, is that a coincidence?
Nicki Minaj will never win a Grammy because she pissed off the white male Grammy producers and they blacklisted her from ever receiving the biggest award in music.
The Grammys is everything. And for a music artist, it's what you live for. What I know eventually in my career, I'm gonna have Grammys.
The 2012 Grammys were the most watched ceremony this decade, and Nicki did all the promos and commercials for it, but then the day of the show, they told Nicki she cannot perform anymore. Grammy goes to... They thought her performance would be too controversial. Whitney Houston died the day before, so they wanted the show to have a PG vibe, but Nicki went against them and performed anyway to give the fans what she promised, and they were pissed.
After I did everything they asked, they came the day of the show and told me not to perform. And I said, no, I'm going to perform, of course. And I didn't understand the power that that man had to start to completely blackball me for the rest of my career. But that's exactly what happened. But I do think it's sad because they try to portray it as if it's about talent when it's not. It's about people actually network for the Grammys. The Grammys brainwashed us into thinking for years that the Grammys are about what? Talent.
One of the former Grammy CEOs, Deborah Dugan, even confirmed that the award show is rigged for artists to network and have business affiliations with Grammy chairmen.
Is the awards process corrupt? It's rigged. I was in the room and I did see that.
I'm going to show you what the Grammys have to say about the career that they blackballed Nicki, but before I do, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request who you want to see next. The Grammys have seemingly assured us that they didn't blackball Nicki, but in the same breath said that they are going to change the way they decide winners to be more transparent, aka less corrupt. Yet still, they didn't recognize one of the biggest hits of the year for any nomination.
Conspiracy theories that will change your perspective on life. The last one is the most shocking. The Big Bounce theory. It states that if the Big Bang occurred from nothing, then there will be no changing fact the next time the universe is created. This means that when our universe ends and another is created, it will be created in the exact same way with the exact same galaxies, planets, and species. If this is true, our entire universe is in an endless cycle of creation.
Deuces. Yeah, Paul a little bit out of shit too. No, we're not.
Right.
We're
Why
going.
you say that? Right.
We're not.